Well, in some rugby football news now, Harvard tore up the form books and ran over Trinidad Northerns to lift the championship division title on the Queen's Park, Savannah. Despite trailing 5-10 at the half, the men from Serpentine Road turned up the heat in the second half and found Northerns wanting, only to surrender 24 unanswered points before it ended 29-15 to Harvard's, the new national champions. Harvard's jumped out to an early lead thanks to a try from the speedy Claudius Butts for a 5-0 advantage. But Northerns would weather the storm and gradually came back into the game with some smart interpassing of their own. That would eventually pay dividends when Jesse Richards goes over to knot up the scores at 5 apiece. The conversion was missed to leave the teams level. Harvard's, though, would then counter-punch with some strong running as they went in search of the go-ahead try. They would take the attack to Northerns and strung them out well from one side of the field to the next. Northerns, though, would answer as they moved the pack with their strength and determination, all the while gaining some invaluable yards downfield. And then they would hit Harvard's a real quick pitch, and just like that, they led 10-5 with a second try. Once again, the conversion was no good. Skipper Adam Frederick's kick just not strong enough. In the second half, Harvard's superior speed and physicality kicked in, and Northerns were under the pump constantly. That power game would pay rich dividends for the Serpentine Road outfit, as they drew level with this effort from Ryan Hinkson, who made it 10 apiece. From then on, they kept pouring it on and kept the Northerns' defense on their heels, as the running game was working like a charm. But it was the kicking game that made the biggest impact, as Hinkson found his range. Not once but twice in quick succession, he had the ball up and through for a 16-10 advantage to Harvard's. Then a moment of confusion as this lovely run is halted by a crunching tackle, as defenders went high and low to halt the attack. But to their credit, Harvard's kept playing and took the ball over for another try, with Northerns waiting on the referee's whistle, which never came, and just like that, it was 21-10 now. Hinkson would tack on the conversion to up the lead to 23-10 as Harvard surged ahead. Hinkson's dream afternoon continued when he aced his drop goal to tack on another 3 points, stretching Harvard's lead to 16 points now at 26-10. And in a blink, they were further ahead. Another penalty goal from the boot of Ryan Hinkson, who accounted for another 3 points to make it 29-10 with mere ticks on the clock. Northern though would bounce one over late through James Phillip to make it 29-15, but that was as close as they got. So in the end, Harvard celebrated a big win and the national title in the process, capping a fine season for themselves.